Greetings, brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to another reaction. This time on this BrBpTV. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. Check out the previous one I actually did today on the Mr. Leaks reaction, guys. I'm gonna be the first comment in the comment box below, guys. Don't forget to do what, brothers and sisters. Click the like button as well. Click it right now, brothers and sisters, or I would appreciate that right there. Just click the thumbs up button. It don't take that much, brothers and sisters. If you're on your TV, scroll down, man, and click that thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there. And of course, if you have your phones or your computer, whichever, of course, the number of persons. It's interesting that more people are watching me on their phones and TVs than on the computers, brothers and sisters. Interesting stuff. We live in a forever changing world, brothers and sisters. When you think the phone was just, hello, hi, how you doing? Oh my God, my money is running out. Click and put it down and go about their business, brothers and sisters. Or when we get the free texts and stuff, you put in the codes in your phone and you get into free text for the day or for 2 days, and when it done, that's it, brothers and sisters. No man watching TV, all sorts of, brothers and sisters. We using a phone I filming on there. Yes, man. Technology is a rather interesting one right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, welcome once again to another vibrations. Like indicated before, check the previous one in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. And of course, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe, brothers and sisters. Subscribe and turn on that post notification if you've not done so yet. Friday, brothers and sisters. I know I didn't drop yesterday, unfortunately. I was doing a number of things that I actually dropped a Mr. Leaks vlogs. So I'll also post that in the description, in the first comment, in the comment box below, guys. So you can definitely check that out. Vibrations right there, brothers and sisters. Definitely check that out. I would appreciate that right there and then. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let us get into today's Friday edition reaction, brothers and sisters. This is something very interesting that I saw I think yesterday or the day before, brothers and sisters. And of course, we have some individuals rolling in a vehicle that is slightly tinted and then bow. Brothers and sisters, I remember seeing these kind of things on TV. I never thought I'd ever see this in Dominica. I've heard it happen about once or twice before, but I've never actually seen that happen before, brothers and sisters. You wondering what's going on? This is a tire, brothers and sisters. This looks like it's a hired bus. Now I remember the bus drivers were protesting and saying, hey, we need help and what have you. And they actually got the help. But apparently this one did not get help, because what your tire doing outside there? You know? What your tire doing outside there? Maybe he brought his bus for somebody to fix, and you know, two things came to mind. Maybe he didn't pay the person, so the person refused to put back the bolt on the tire. He probably didn't know, thought the tire was there. I'm just saying, I don't know. And he decided to roll out and then bow. This happened. Another thing is, he probably went to change his stuff. He didn't put the bolts tight enough, and you know, the bolts came out. This is why I brought this video into question, brothers and sisters. I think we need to be mindful of these kind of situations right there. Anything can happen, no doubt about it. But make sure that if you're changing your tires, brothers and sisters, you bolt them down tightly. Yes, brothers and sisters. Because one day or the other, your bus tire might just come out and you at the back, then you just get glued up in your back. Hey, my spine, what happened, you know? Brothers and sisters, the tire that come out from the bus right there. And I don't know how the person thought this idea to film. I don't know if they saw the tire wobbling and did not tell the person that, hey, your tire was wobbling, so they start to film and thought it was a great idea for them to just, you know, film it coming out from the bus and stayed behind the bus. I don't know, at least you should. Why are we not neighborly? But I don't know if that is the case here, but I found it interesting that the tire came out when the camera was on. So they most likely saw something interesting happening and did not say anything. Look the tire right there, brothers and sisters. Look the tire right there. You're thinking, where is the boss? You know? Where is the boss? Well, the tire gone, brothers and sisters. I just find it interesting that they started filming. They should have blown down the guy. Well, the bus stopped, guys. The bus stopped somewhere, and hopefully nobody got hurt as a result of this. But I think we need to be mindful right there, guys, especially after you change your tires. Make sure your thing is bolted on well. Or it could be that somebody changed his tires for him and probably did not bolt on the thing properly, and he thought it was a-okay. You know, that these things can happen. Situations like this can happen, but you know, it's always good to be mindful of these kind of things, especially when it comes down to passenger buses, brothers and sisters. You carrying passengers. You suppose he was making a turn and the wheel just come out and it's over the cliff or you go. Thank God that did not happen, brothers and sisters. Thank God that did not happen, but you have to be mindful of that right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, talking about driving, brothers and sisters, on the road. Well, this is actually Salisbury, brothers and sisters. Salisbury I remember when the Baco was trying to do something there. I didn't know what they were doing, but it seems like the pathway is back again, brothers and sisters. Salisbury pathway is back again. Might I get copyrighted? We're feeling good because we get to pass on this thing. That bypass thing they have us passing on there, well, it was what they could have made at the time. And now this, I'm guessing they paved this stuff. I'm guessing they're making vehicles drive on it to maybe compact the dirt a little more, so that they can put probably tar and whatever you on it. Hopefully they put a culvert at the bottom of this thing, so that, you know. But this is going to be very dusty. At least, thank God, we can pass again, brothers and sisters. At least we can pass again. And that is what matters right there. It cuts off about 3 minutes. Because that bumpy kind of road there, I don't know what that thing going inside there is truly something else. They put up things on it for people not to go inside there again, man. Seems like they put up some pillars so that people wouldn't pass inside there again. Maybe somebody land that was inside there, guys. Yeah, it looks like. Oh, is that too early? Maybe it's over there. You passing? Okay. Yeah, maybe it's over there. You passing, guys. But at least it'll cut off a lot of minutes, make us reach faster where we go in. I wouldn't have to drive. Well, they should put speed bump there. I was going to say we're going to drive fast, but you know, take your time on the road for me, please, brothers and sisters. Talk about taking your time on the road, brothers and sisters. I saw something that has a destination that apparently you cannot do business with. Apparently, this is from the General Post Office, and individuals are saying this is stuck somewhere. No flights / postage to destination countries. So I'm guessing you are not able to post to these countries: Jamaica, Cuba, Montserrat, Antigua, St. Kitts, Anguilla, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago. For some reason or the other, they're indicating that you cannot make posts. You know, you go to the post office to send a little money for your family in Cuba, your students in Cuba, because the government apparently not meeting what the things that they say that they were gonna be doing. They're not meeting the requirements, brothers and sisters. So family members have to come in and say, hey, let me see if I can work a little overtime so I can send my little funds for my daughter or my son or whoever that in Cuba, brothers and sisters. Well, I guess you'll have to make your own boat to go there, or your own flight or something. People have to start chartering flights to send over there, brothers and sisters. I don't know the situation that is happening, but apparently you saw this thing right there. No flight. I guess no mails. I guess that's how they take the mails to these areas. No flight or postage to destination countries: Jamaica, Cuba, Montserrat, Antigua, St. Kitts, Anguilla, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago. Does this sound like we are going up, brothers and sisters? Even in the post office, you can send things to certain countries. That sounds like a step in the right direction. Maybe it's just me, brothers. Maybe it's just me. I thought this was rather interesting, so I posted it out right there, brothers and sisters. What exactly is happening there? That's what I understood from this. I could be wrong, brothers and sisters. Let me know your thoughts in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we're moving along. Apparently, we're going to tour. NBD, brothers and sisters, NBD Bank is going to tour the United States. I've never heard this before. Have they done this before, brothers and sisters? But apparently, NBD Diaspora Tour 2024. They'll be in Houston May 26th. That's in about 9 days. And they'll be in Miami 3 days after. That's, 12 days, brothers and sisters. So, that is very interesting. 12 days from now. Okay? So, May 26th, Houston, and Miami, May 29, 2024. We're coming to a city near you. Why? Okay, catch us on our United States tour this year. Chat with our executive managers and experienced team. Update your account. Sign up for any loans and more. Sign up for any loans. What? Oh Lord, I understand the update your accounts. Maybe people have not been in Dominica for a minute. They probably, just sending money maybe for them to use when they come down. They have the NBD card. Hey, I don't want to use my US dollars. I can come and use my NBD card, get some monies, whatever, blah blah blah, and that way. Okay, fine. Updating your account. But sign up for a loan? Why would anybody do that in the United States to get loans from NBD Bank in Dominica? Maybe to build a house in Dominica. Maybe that's what it is. But why would you want to sign up for loans? I don't get it. I don't get it. But apparently they're doing some United States tour. I don't know what kind of United States tour that, and it's two areas you go in, two states, Texas and Florida. That is where they go in for tours. Maybe they're gonna be doing more. I don't know. But it just sounds like maybe, things are running out in Dominica, and they need to try their best to see if they can save the bank after the government tried to screw it up. And maybe, I don't know, brothers and sisters. Would I say that now? Anyways, brothers and sisters, they're probably trying to save the bank by going to the diaspora to see if they can solicit it, help with getting more accounts and so forth. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters, I think it is a good idea on the basis that Dominica tends to give more interest. Because when you're in the United States, you get about 0.025, or sometimes if you're lucky, you get 0.05. There's other accounts you can get about 5%, but it's a high yield, 4-5% high yield, high yield accounts. And I think you have to have a certain amount, and you kind of take out your money in there for probably 2-3 years. I don't know in that regard, but NBD is going out there to try to solicit the diaspora to bring their monies to the bank and potentially take loans. I don't know. I really don't know. Guys, has this ever happened before? Has this ever happened before? Because I don't think this has happened before. I've never heard this thing. I've never seen any flyer or nothing of that sort. Seems like desperate times are calling for desperate measures, brothers and sisters. What is going on? They would make you think that everything is fine and dandy, is it? It's not fine and dandy, brothers and sisters, because they're going to have a tour. NBD, National Bank of Dominica, is going to have a diaspora tour in the United States, and we're coming to a city near you. Boy, what that, brothers and sisters. But hey, that is the National Bank. Apparently the government not doing nothing to alleviate that. It's really interesting. Talking about that, we'll get back into that in a moment, which of course is rather interesting when I bring this up. What is our main revenue earner? CBI? No factories, brothers and sisters. Remember, the government brought in a number of monies when it comes down to CBI. In 20 years, how many factories have you built, SKERRIT? How many factories? In fact, not just factories. How many businesses have you elevated so that the persons in the island can actually elevate themselves? How many? How many businesses have you contributed to? Now, brothers and sisters, Dominica is an agricultural nation, therefore requires agricultural produce. Agricultural produce produces or needs factories, brothers and sisters, not just to create the raw materials like the oranges and what have you, but can create surplus that can create more money from these raw materials. Box drink juices, other substances. We can actually use orange peel, brothers and sisters. Orange peel is another herbal remedy that can be used for a number of things, especially stuff like colds and we can actually utilize this thing. But apparently nobody in Dominica is studying this thing. We don't build factories. If we don't build factories, what we expect to elevate now, brothers and sisters? How in an agricultural nation, other than NEP, which of course does not create any sort of surplus at all, because we are just spending money for NEP. NEP is not producing anything at all. Man going on the road and cutting grass. They don't say, oh, let's cut grass to feed the cattle so that the cattle can produce milk and we'll sell milk. No, none of that stuff is happening, brothers and sisters. They're cutting grass to beautify the place, and that's, that's it. Other than NEP and building a few houses with no titles, well, they give them some, I think they give them residential titles, telling them they have the ability to stay there. They cannot own it or bring it to the bank, brothers and sisters. They are residential titles from my understanding. But of course, building a few houses with no titles, what have you done for the growth of your people? This is one of the questions I always ask, brothers and sisters. What has the government done to elevate any sort of anything? Brothers and sisters, anything you can name what the government Dominica has done to elevate the youth, to elevate the present working force, to elevate the elderly. Well, I think they give the elderly additional income of sorts. I think they increased it, so that's a good thing right there, brothers and sisters. But when it comes down to the surplus, and brothers and sisters, when you have business, you need to have output and input, right? You cannot just say, okay, let me see if I can. There's no input coming in, you just have output. You just have output, no input at all. That doesn't make any sense, brothers and sisters. But of course, we have CBI. All right, it's very interesting, though, brothers and sisters. As I think of Grenada the other day raised about one. I think it's 2023. Oh, I think I have it somewhere there. Let me see. Yeah. All right, brothers and sisters, this is what I'm talking about right there. Dominica Breaking News has indicated to us. Letter by citizens. It's interesting. The minimum investment for citizenship by investment in Dominica is US 100K. I think it goes up to like 120K in that regard. Okay, minimum 100K US in Dominica. Grenada own is about 150K. All right, it's more than Dominica's own. Grenada sold 4,794 citizenship in 2023. That generated a revenue report of 1.13 billion EC dollars. Okay. Dominica sold 10,000 in 2023. 10,572 citizenships in 2023 that generated a revenue of 622 million EC dollars. Make it make sense, brothers and sisters. Make it make sense. Make it. Make it. Are we selling more passports, brothers and sisters? And it's just 1.5, okay? By 1.5. So if you say, okay, 1.5, that would make sense. That would bring it about 720. But Grenada sold 4,700. Dominica sold 10,500. Yet still Dominica's revenue. Now keep in mind, I understand people saying, oh, Dominica selling you that 100,000 and Grenada selling you that 150,000. Alright? Okay. It would make sense if Grenada sold about 4,700 and Dominica sold about 5,000. We say, okay, Grenada had more revenue per passport than Dominica. Dominica sold twice the amount. Twice the amount with half the income coming in. Brothers and sisters, if you're selling a passport for $100,000 and 10,000 people buy, brothers and sisters, how much zeros is supposed to put to, how much zeros is supposed to put to that? Huh? That's not 1 billion, brothers and sisters. No. Brothers and sisters, one day we have to wake up with. And this is why we're talking about the CBI generating funds. Could have helped in agriculture. Agriculture could have helped in producing not just raw materials, but also factories that can also produce things like juices and what have you. And also entering into the herbal remedies right there that can actually help across the Caribbean. Because we are carbon creatures requiring carbon nutrients to help us. Dominica definitely has that, but we're not looking into it. Oh boy. Anyways, this person is saying, in other words, we sold more than 2 times the amount of citizenship sold by Grenada for only 60% of the revenue received by Grenada. Now guys, I like to point out very obvious things. Grenada one was 150, Dominica was 100. So at least it should be around the same. Dominica should obviously generate more as a result of the 2 times more than they generated. 47, 47, 9, 94 half. So obviously Dominica has not just twice, but a little more than twice the sold passports. Okay, so that should equate about the same thing or even more, brothers and sisters. Yet still we generated half the income. And are you not seeing something wrong there? Nobody's seeing something funny happening when you are generating money, brothers and sisters. It's not coming back to Dominica. And then you wonder why the EU say all monies raised from CBI should come back to Dominica, to the host country. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all, brothers and sisters, how this is even possible right there. But of course, let us move on right there. Of course, I saw this very interesting post, and it reads, police who sells SKERRIT messed up Dominica so bad. Even the mangoes in Dominica tasting bad. Real messed up vibes right there, brothers and sisters. Is it the aura of the nature isle that is affected? It's interesting when you're looking at the trajectories of things. It's very interesting. Look, this is a very clear one. A very clear one. If you don't understand this, brothers and sisters, why haven't Dominica built factories as a result of the CBI funds? This is why I go back to the very same sentiment right there, brothers and sisters. Where was it? I think it's this. I was talking about, brothers and sisters. What has the government done to elevate the people? What? This. What has the government done to elevate the people? What has the government put in place where the people can say, okay, I'm generating funds from this so I can help my family members? What? The government has done absolutely nothing in that regard except for CBI funds. And the CBI funds, we don't even know how it's been elevated and pushed to the people. How? Brothers and sisters, I saw in 2022, 2023, they talking about they put about $15 million for agriculture. I think it should have been $100 million for agriculture so we can boost back a number of things. But even the $15 million was not used, about 1.9 or 2.9, one of the other brothers and sisters of that $15 million was used from agriculture in Dominica. Really? And we consider ourselves an agricultural nation. Oh my God, people only have to wake up, They have to wake up. But at the end of the day, you know, at least they enjoy themselves. At least they enjoy themselves. Malaysia pum pum shorts with a thickness on her and SKERRIT, you know, with his belly and, you know, his smile. His dimples still there now. Let me see if his dimples there now. So I can see his dimples. His dimples die. His dimples. The fat take over his dimples. Okay. Well, guys, I mean, it's very obvious to see what's going on, brothers and sisters. I mean, that is a very clear example of that. How Dominica can sell more passports 2 times and more than Grenada. Grenada raises $1.1 billion and Dominica has less than $750 million. Even the math of that not mathing, brothers and sisters. That math not mathing at all. Because this is 100,000. You have 5 zeros to put there. You have 5 zeros to put there, brothers and sisters. There's $1 billion. It's really something else when you behold. It's really something else, man. It's really truly something else. The math of that, not even mathing, brothers and sisters. I remember when SKERRIT was saying he's going to embarrass Lennox Linton. When the accounting is done, he's going to embarrass Lennox Linton to show that he's not qualified and blah, blah, blah. Up to now, accounting to get done. Oh, we have the figures here, brothers and sisters. 10,572 passports sold in 2023 with a revenue of $600 million. Grenada selling 4,000, more than half. Less than half. And make more revenue than Dominica. Make it make sense for me, brothers and sisters. Make it make sense. And then we wonder why things not elevating and people still clapping for SKERRIT. You don't find human beings have a problem? Anyways, brothers and sisters, this is pretty much the last for this here Friday edition. I don't want to keep you guys long already. This video is already long, but let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. What are your thoughts on the situation, man? Am I reading properly? Am I seeing it properly? Am I bamboozled? What is happening to me, man? What is happening to me, brothers and sisters? Man, TYRE coming out. We cannot send posts to countries. The bank have to try and go overseas so you can get some monies, because SKERRIT not building no factories, nothing to help the people, but it's sending out NEP. CBI money is raised more than Grenada. Yes, still Grenada generating more revenue than Dominica. But they are there enjoying themselves as if everything fine and dandy in the place. But the sisters, you always have to look at what is happening. Follow the money. If you can't follow the money, follow what makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then of course it doesn't make sense at all. You know? And if it doesn't make sense, you cannot follow what makes sense. So you cannot follow what doesn't make sense, brothers and sisters, because it doesn't make sense. You see me? Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. Click the thumbs up button, click the like button. I would appreciate that. And of course, subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations as they tend to confront us. Of course, help this channel to grow in that regard. Right there. It's about Mr. Lex once again, guys. Be real, be positive.